Welcome back to the Green Beans Go channel. It's your host, me. Yesterday, a pretty good Saturday. Trevor Story, Luis Garcia, who hadn't hit one in a while, so that felt pretty good. Trey Turner, Spencer Torkelson, who was italicized, meaning I really liked him yesterday. McCutchen, Wallner, Clemens hit both of the Twins, and then Arozarena. Hey, there we go, another italicization. The positive about this is I look across this and I see a ton of green. So, not that correlation is causation, but it seems to be a repeated trend that we see green in here. So maybe that's where you want to look. If you want to tail any of these, look for spots that either have pitching matchup or park matchup or overall green. The funniest part is the super green and the super green, meaning green in every category. I hit both there and both there. So we'll see what happens. First game today I didn't like, and I realized I didn't like it so much, I didn't even include it in the picture I took. So I was like, I have 14 games. There's 15 today. What's going on? I forgot this one. Paul Skeens is pitching, and a brand new pitcher for the Rockies is pitching. So I don't love it. Maybe take a righties, maybe take McCutchen again, but for the most part, it's a pass. Why didn't I delete? Hold on. Why did I do this to myself? Okay, here we go. Game in Tampa Bay looks good. Wind is blowing out with strong force. Burleson has been injured. Risk been bothering him. He may or may not start. So just watch that. If he starts, 480 is a great price. Newt Bar, 475. Yandy Diaz, I have italicized 4-1. I think is a good price for him in his matchup today against the lefty and Junior Caminero. Game in Baltimore, the wind is blowing out to the left. I think maybe Houston could upset them. Houston money line. It's tricky. Trevor Rogers, who's pitching for Baltimore, one of their better starters, so it may be too much of a risk. I'm not endorsing it fully. I just think Houston has more success than the market is projecting. Ramon Urias, why didn't I include? I'm all over the place today. Lazy Sunday. What are we doing here? Ramon Urias is italicized. I really like his matchup. It's a revenge game as well. He played for Baltimore at the beginning of this year, got traded to Houston. So I like Urias today if he starts, and Altuve. Again, I apologize for not having the odds on this. Gunnar Henderson and Dylan Beavers. Wow, for Baltimore. But not a game I super love. Game in Atlanta doesn't look good for the Braves bats. I like Alonso and Lindor yesterday. I think the Mets had 7 home runs as a team. We had Brent Beatty and we had Juan Soto, and neither of them hit. A little frustrating when you see 7 home runs for a team and you can't get either of your 2 guys to hit one. Regardless, it's okay for the Mets today. Not great overall. What is great overall is this game in Philadelphia. I'll just start by saying any Philadelphia bat looks good, and I mean any, against Jake Irvin. I have chosen to go with Brandon Marsh and Trey Turner, but if you want Schwarber, if you want Harper, if you want Real Muto, if you want Castellanos, if you want Sosa, if you want Stott, take them. Anybody is in play. Andre Chaparro is a new name. He has 4 MLB home runs. This was last year. Not a home run to be had on this year's schedule. I don't love the price for a guy who is relatively new to the lineup and has not hit a home run. Now, because the wind is blowing out, because the conditions are great, sure, maybe that's fair, but I'd probably rather have a Paul DeJong at the same price when we know what he is capable of. So regardless, if you want the Adrian De Castillo play, the narrative play, Green Beans Go called it on his first time, first home run of the year, there you go. Game in Detroit looks very similar to yesterday. Strong wind to the left. Take right-handers in this one. I realize I have Kerry Carpenter on here. He looked too good to pass up. Jack Flaherty strikeouts is maybe a side play. I haven't checked the line. I don't know what it's at. I'm saying 6. If you can get 6 at even money, if it's 5.5, it's -110. We'll take it. Let's check. Why don't we check now that I've written it down and I haven't seen it yet. We'll go check it out. See what the price is. Pitcher props, 5.5. It's -126. So you're paying a little bit of juice there. I like 6 strikeouts. If you want to get cute and go to 7 at +150, you can do that. Perez, Miguel Garcia, Spencer Torkelson, and Kerry Carpenter are my leans. Here's the deal, guys. If you want to build your bankroll ahead of the football season, I made a video last week that details how you can use sign-up promotions, how you can guarantee yourself money through those promotions. I walk through every step in this video using a website called SmartStake that is completely free. I'm telling you right now, if you live in a state with 10 sports books and you only have FanDuel and DraftKings right now, because that's all you've signed up for, if you sign up for the other 8 with the steps I provide in this video, you can make conservatively $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 probably, using the details in here. So it will take a little bit of time. It will take a little bit of effort, but that is how people you see on Twitter, talking about how rich they are sports betting, they're doing this. This is what they're doing. So it's out there. I want to make you guys aware of it. Game in Miami, Dalton Varsho and Nathan Lucas looked good today against Yuri Perez, but I don't like anybody against Kevin Gausman for the Marlins. Staying off of that. Game in Chicago, wind is blowing out strong. Brooks Lee and James Outman look good. Mike Talkman looks good. Colson Montgomery looks good. FanDuel is deciding to be generous. I don't know if they don't think the wind matters as much as the other books. I don't know if they think the pitchers are too good in this. I don't know what's going on. But for the conditions, I think all of those prices are more than good. Game in Milwaukee is confusing right now because Brandon Woodruff has not been named the starter. He is expected to start, ? If Brandon Woodruff does start and you can get his 7 strikeout line, I think he could strike out a lot of these giant bats. So Jung-Ho Lee against him is the only one that looks good. That's got to be like 9-1 before I even consider it. William Contreras and Andrew Vaughn for the other side. Game in Texas does not look great. Manzardo and Ramirez, but those are chalk plays. Only guys that look like they might match up well against Merrill Kelly. Game in LA looks great. Very Philadelphia-like, very anybody is in play, very you should see some home runs. Pete Crow, Ian Happ, Joseph Adele, and Nolan Shawnuel, who is italicized, who is bolded at 9-1. If you want a tail, go for it. Game in Arizona, something's going on. I don't know what's going on, but I have not liked this series. This series just been bizarre. And, there have been a few home runs hit. Blaze Alexander hit one last night. Perdomo hit one last night because, of course, he did. But the Reds have been struggling. I'm not going to force anything in this spot. Something ain't right with this. I'm going to wait till these guys get to new locations, new teams, new ballparks. Forget it. Game in Seattle, Brent Rooker, Tyler Soderstrom, who I like at 560, and Julio Rodriguez. But this is a yellow game. It's an average game. The pitching's pretty good. Game in San Diego, I don't like any Padres against Yamamoto. Shohei Ohtani and Freddie Freeman would be my leans there. Pretty chalky as well. And then lastly, the Sunday Night Baseball game in New York. We have Carlos Rodon. We have Dustin May. Alex Bregman and Ceddanne Rafaela at 6-1. Stanton and Judge. Again, pretty chalky. Strong wind to left. I would take right-handed batters. But these Sunday Night Baseball games, just go look at the history of Sunday Night Baseball this year and even last year. They just all seem to be very low scoring, very boring. The teams likely know that they have to get on a plane right after the game or in the middle of the night and travel to their next spot. They're the only team that has to play at night. Everybody else gets to play in the day and then have a little bit of a rest. I don't know how that all factors into it, but Sunday Night Baseball games are typically low scoring, low excitement. Maybe tonight we can change some things. We do have our last fantasy draft tonight. 9 p.m. if you want to stop by. These two have been drafted. We've been hanging out, having a good time. So if you want to come by and hang out tonight at 9 o'clock, you can. Football's on the horizon. Take care. Good luck. Have fun. And we'll see you tomorrow.